All right, folks, since we were on the last couple of videos talking a little bit about items in our vault, might as well just go over the vault real quick. Right now, you can see that I've actually tapped on the vault tab, and let's just take a peek at these real quick. First of all, when you have vault items, you'll get automatic filtering provided for you should you want to use it. So, for example, I have one rifle and one pistol added. Or I can sort it by, caliber types. Like there's a 300 black in there or a 9mm. But all this will show up for you here. And kind of what it shows you is the blue is actually for rifle, the orange is actually for pistol, and I believe green is shotgun. But I haven't inputted any shotguns in here, so you actually won't see those. But it gives you a quick description of it. 300 blackout. It's got a 7-inch barrel with a 1-8 twist. So let's go through actually adding a new one. So in the top right corner, we can hit the plus icon there, and we could just give it a piece of the name. Let's call it test 300. Boom, boom. I don't know. I'm just making up things as I go through here. And this is a rifle. And select the caliber. We know it's a 300. Blackout. Bam. And this little wizard here is just going to walk you through everything. Go ahead and hit next. You can add your make and model, and you'll see as we go into the details after this is created, these are all editable. Let's say I wanted to add one in here. That was a 7.5 twist. We can go ahead and do that. Oop, that's the barrel length. So it is a 7-inch, but the twist rate is 7.5. And some people like to have freebore in there. You have a place to add that. Go ahead, click the next button. Oops, I actually didn't save it. I hit cancel. 300 black test. I gotta enter all this stuff in there again. Isn't that fun? Because I hit the wrong button. So hit next. What do we say? It was a 7-inch barrel. And it had a 7.5 twist. Don't need a freebore. So hit the next button here. The next thing it's going to ask you to do if you want to track your barrel health. So say your barrel only gets 5,000. And these again will be editable. So don't worry about whatever you select here. If this is an old barrel, and maybe you have 1,500 rounds already on that, we can actually add that there. Again, if you don't want to track barrel health, you don't have to. So you can actually just toggle that and turn that off. But I'm going to leave it on because I'm going to show you why. Estimated barrel life, let's pretend it's 5,000. Go ahead and hit next. Same thing for cleaning. I don't actually clean that much in most of my rifles. In particular, my 300 blackouts. They like to run dirty. I don't know why. Even subsonic, the dirtier the better. But some of my precision rifles, yeah, I want to track that stuff. So say I wanted to track cleaning every something stupid, 50 rounds. We can do that there, or we can toggle it off and not actually track it. Again, you can add tracking later if you want to. So there's that. So let's go ahead and hit next. You can add some notes in here. I'll just put something just so you can see that it actually works. And that gives you a quick little summary of actually what you're adding in here. And you can see I actually forgot to type in the name correctly, but we can edit that. So let's go ahead and add this guy to vault. We can tap into this. And if we tap the name of it, we can just update that real quick. Bob's your uncle. You can add your make and model in there if you want to. Everything that we just went through the wizard, you can always edit later. There's no big deal. You can see in the barrel health section, there's 1,500 shots because that's actually what we started with. And as we get more, so if I drop that down, let's just for pretend say this had 4,500 shots on it already. You can see that increment, and it'll actually tell you, hey, dude, you're getting toward the end of that barrel life. You might want to look into swapping that out or whatever. Same thing with tracking. You can change the tracking, how often you actually want to clean that. And then when you do clean it, just come in here and tap the record barrel cleaning. You can add any notes about that if you actually want to. So sessions, when you tie these to target analysis, well, let's just go look at one. Let's look at my little, no, it wasn't that one. My little boo. You see some of the sessions that we actually added earlier. The sessions will actually show up here that are tied to that particular rifle. And if I wanted to, like the last one we created was the 800 shot one, I can just tap that guy and Bob's your uncle, drops you right into that session, where you could add any notes that you want to, change anything that you want to. Again, this was just the quick log. There's nothing fancy going on here. It's just add shots. But that's where that quick log session comes in handy. Because if you go out to the range with a bunch of friends and pop off 2,000 rounds through that barrel, you want to be able to track that. So that's where that comes in handy. So let's see here. Did we miss anything in Vault? I don't think we did. I will show you one thing, and this is bleeding into session details. But the equipment section there, my little boo from the Vault, yeah, there should be right there. And let's see. Oops, you can actually add. I'm going to go ahead and discard that. You can actually add another item from the vault if you wanted to, or directly from the session if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. So you don't actually have to go into Vault to add anything. And yeah, that's about all I wanted to talk about in Vault. Pretty self-explanatory.